income tax allegations or notices. Even a first-year student of law can pick up the act and read, income tax is not a scheduled offence. Income Tax Act is not in the list of PMLA schedule. Then why did you start this? And you started it based entirely on hundreds of raids, searches, etc. And hours of statements recorded. The very same people who were petitioners spent days and nights, father and son, in custody. Statements recorded. For what? You know that it's nothing except an income tax search or something which you got material from. You are trying to stretch it to make it into an ED offence. You are trying to create an impression in the public by throwing figures like 2,161 crores ka ghotala hai. The question arises, sir, if it is a 2,161 crore ghotala, why is the Supreme Court quashing and why are you unable to show to the Supreme Court yesterday a money trail of 216 rupees? Leave aside 2,161 crores. Arey, money trail to dikhaiye. And the other question is that you have done this out of a distorted view of politics, a distorted view of cheap politics, a distorted view of a level playing field, a view in which your object is to shoot and scoot, paint them black, and we'll see later on the consequences. So the kind of figures thrown are nothing but imaginary. May I end with a few very short and quick questions? First question is that if this was such a big ghotala, a scam, why were you not able to give any money laundering evidence to the Supreme Court? Question number one. You have to cross the threshold of 1 crore for the act to apply. Second, if your allegation, as it is well known, is that hundreds of factories and liquor producers were involved in this scam in collusion with government, then have you arrested a single liquor factory manufacturer, owner, promoter? Third question, you have the most regulated department in government is called the liquor excise, Abkari department in any state. As I said, you cannot sneeze without it being entered in a register. Every truck which moves from one building to the other has to be entered. Everything has to be sealed and hologrammed and etc. etc. Forget the details. Have you arrested a single government official? Is it possible that this so-called scam occurred without a single government official being involved or in the knowledge? Question number 4. Was your hot period only for those 4 months till the elections were there? You are now in government already for 4 months. Did you do arrests even after coming into government of any factory owner, manufacturer, government official? Before and after? Object is only to target you because you are a political opponent. You are in the opposition. Therefore, friends, it is time that the whole country, and I must add one more thing, now that you are in power for 4 months, you started a new technique. You are using or rather misusing the EOW under your state administration to revive or at least trying to revive the same allegations. Largely the same which was the subject matter of the income tax inquiry which has failed yesterday in the Supreme Court. So this is absolutely mala fide. It is absolutely against all norms of level playing field. Level playing field, friends, is part of free and fair elections. Free and fair elections is part and the heart of democracy. Level playing field, free and fair elections and democracy have been held repeatedly to be part of basic structure. Basic structure is a very remarkable doctrine which says even a constitutional amendment which violates basic structure would itself be unconstitutional. So you are actually hitting at the root of Indian democracy. Why? For your cheap temporary political gains. You have no stake in the system in terms of maintaining institutions, conventions, rules, practices, precedents. You are only living for the moment, and that moment is a short-lived, cheap political moment. Thank you. पहले इसको खत्म कर लें. Let's finish this topic first. We'll finish this topic first. Only on this topic. बाद में बात करेंगे और चीजों की.